What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about Airliners International 2026 in Denver, Colorado. I decided to do, like a video, just breaking down this whole thing. Eventually, this video is coming out on Monday, April 13th. By the way, I know there's already a video out, but this will be on there too just a little bit later. But yeah, we'll get started. So basically, right, this is the homepage, right? Here you can see, so you have all like the things up here, like home, breaking news, schedule, registration, vendor information, hotel info, transportation, tours, and all this other stuff. We'll get into all this stuff. So this will be a pretty lengthy video, so grab a drink like water, Gatorade. Personally recommend water. And then yeah, let's just get started. So we'll start us off up here, where you can see it says registration will be unavailable 4-13 from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. EDT, and then tours open at 6 o'clock p.m. So I'd recommend you guys get your tours when those come out. All right. So first we'll do the homepage. So this is basically I actually really like this view. Well, there's a photo of it. You can see the old Stapleton Tower, some of downtown Denver in the distance, and then some of the other residential houses on Stapleton. As this is Denver's first big airport. And yes, celebrate 50 years of airline history with us in Denver, June 26th through 7th, 2026, and I'm registered. Registration will get you tours and early access to the show and other stuff. So I would recommend doing that. But anyway, we'll get started off with some reading. So Airliners 2026 in Denver, and then there you go. Airliners International is an aviation history convention in its 50th year. Hosted annually by a different city each year, the show brings aviation-focused tours, a banquet, 3 days of airline collectible sales, and more. So let's get started. So the highlights of 2026. This is great. I like to see all this stuff here. So we have tours. So read this. So tours. One of the biggest opportunities you will have at Airliners International is to go on the numerous aviation-related tours. This includes aviation museums, air traffic control facilities, and more. These are always a huge hit among us attendees, and we work hard to ensure we bring the best tours possible. Be on the lookout for tour announcements as we get closer to June. Tours are available to registrants, meaning you must be registered for our $75 or $150 option to attend tours. So yeah, you do have to be registered to go on tours. Luckily, it's not too late registration. It does not close for a little bit. Then we had the welcome party, which I was not there for Airlines International 2025 in Atlanta, but from what I heard, it was pretty fun. Anyway, we want to make this year's welcome party something special. To do that, we are bringing everyone down to the Flatco Tower, just a couple minutes down the street from the hotel. Not only is it a great place with a bunch of fun facts, it's also the site of the original Stapleton Airport Air Traffic Control Tower. The best part? We will have tours up to the tower. All registered attendees have access to the welcome party, which will include food. If you want to attend without registering, you can purchase a ticket ahead of time on our registration page. I believe that's not the photo of it exactly, but that's a photo of someplace downtown. Just know what it is. And then here's a photo of like showing the tours and stuff. For one of the things. We'll get to the tours in a sec. Both tours. And then we have models, memorabilia, and a lot more. Looking to make a big purchase to get your fix of aviation collectibles? Well, you're in luck, because vendors from all across the country will be descending on Denver with all sorts of items for sale. Whether it's 3D printed airport terminals, airline pilot wings, or magnets of aviation photography, we've got it all. And there you go. If you want to be a vendor, table start at $75. Table and vendors must be registered. We won't be looking at this. Actually, I might as well just do this for you guys. So there you guys go. There's your vendor information. There you guys go. Alright, I'll just pause it for a sec so you guys can read that for a second. Okay, scrolling down. Then basically, here's the other information. Okay, so there you guys go. And then Here's a photo from Airliners International. There you guys go. I was looking at this, seeing if I can maybe like recognize anyone here, but unfortunately, no, I didn't. Even the reflection, I can't really recognize anyone. But this is a really good photo. I really like that Ozark DC-9. All right. Anyway, so go back home. Well, go back to the homepage, and then here we have the sponsors. So that is Gemini Jets, Aero Explorer, and then there's another option. So let's start with Gemini Jets. Gemini Jets has been a leader in the die-cast model aircraft for over 25 years, bringing quality products ranging from the smallest CJ-200 to massive AN225. Each month they release new models, bringing joy to customers across the world. 2020 through 2021, not really. Anyway, well, 2022, anyway. Moving on to Aero Explorer, the official media partner of the show. Aero Explorer is the premier digital platform, providing authoritative news and high-resolution media for the global aerospace sector. They deliver real-time industry updates and maintain one of the world's most extensive aircraft photography database, serving as a vital resource more than 250,000 aviation professionals, enthusiasts, and key decision makers every month. And then, want to be a sponsor? We have numerous ways for you to become a sponsor for Airliners International 2026. Whether you want to be featured in our show program, donate items for goodie bags, or you have a bigger role, we have opportunities for you. And then, basically, if you want to email them, just contact them at registration. I believe this is a registration at airlinersinternational.org, and then their phone number is this right here. I'm not sure if I should be showing that you event, but anyway, okay, so that's the homepage. And then if you didn't already, here is the logo for this year's show. Looking very nice, I admit. All right, so now we're going on to the breaking news. So this is the most recent one. I won't be going over all of these, but this was 5 days ago from when you're seeing this. So 4-8-2026. Then we have some tour updates. Again, we'll go to the full list of tours in a sec. And then, so we have added Southwest Airlines technical operations to our great list of tours. And then these are very interesting. We have United Airlines maintenance, Denver Ops, and Boom Supersonics in the work. Wow. I think Boom, that is just crazy. And then Denver Ops, maybe that's like a ramp tour. Because if so, hell yeah, I want to do that. And then a preliminary tour schedule will be out tomorrow, and then books for the option will be available for booking Monday 4-13, which I showed you guys earlier. And then remember, you must be registered to book tours. Our email tomorrow will show you how to book tours if you're already registered. And then, this is a little interesting. Yeah, hotel sold out. You heard right. We sold out the original block of rooms we had. As a result, we have expanded the number of rooms. We will have slightly, so there's a very limited number of rooms still available. Act quick. Then airport shuttles. With tours being finalized, we have the potential to add a couple more airport shuttle runs. We are also working on getting non-registrants, limited seats at a small price. More info will be out soon about that. And then plane spotting. We are coordinating transportation for the opportunity to do some plane spotting. This would give you the opportunity to be on or near airport grounds and catch planes as they arrive and depart from KDEN. Stay tuned. And then basically here's some other news. So seminar schedule is being finalized, banquet speaker is chosen, and details are being finalized, and more in the email tomorrow, so stay tuned. So basically, that was 4-9. I'll probably pull that up. I'll probably add that after this full video is put together. But anyway, yeah, so that's some of the breaking news, the most recent one. And then here is the show schedule. And then, yeah, so all events will be held at the Doubletree by Hilton Hotel Denver. There's the address for it. And then, yeah. Okay, so this is all Mountain Time, by the way. So GMT. And so I'll just read this out as we go. So Wednesday, June 24th, registration. Registered attendees may pick up their registration packet, including goodie bags at the hotel lobby. That's 8 a.m. to 5 o'clock p.m. Then also that day, vendor drop-off. Vendors may drop off their boxes in the showroom during this time. You must have your lanyard to enter, as we do not want non-vendors. That is 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock p.m. And then there's some more details about that. Sorry about this. Anyway, then also 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. This is Thursday, June 25th. Registration attendees may pick up the registration pack, including goodie bags, at the hotel lobby. And then vendor setup is earlier. It's the same thing, just like vendors may come to the bottom with their lanyards and set up their tables. If you need more time, please reach us ASAP. So we can work on accommodations. That is from 8 a.m. to 12 o'clock p.m. And then 12 o'clock p.m. is when the ballroom opens for the collectible show registrants only. Again, this show floor opens up to registrants only. If you're not registered, you must wait until 2 o'clock p.m. to enter the show floor. But yeah, there you guys go. That's 12 o'clock to 2 p.m. But then there'll be more time. The actual collectible show runs until 6 p.m. That's basically just what that's saying here. Then we have the welcome reception, which will be at the Flight Code Tower. Join us for an aviation-filled night of food, drinks, games, and more. Plus, you can sign up for tower tours coming soon. All registrants or those who have purchased a ticket will attend with transportation included. See you there. And then there you go. So 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. I'll be there for all of that. Then, same thing, Friday, June 26th, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. So they only have an hour to set up on Friday, June 26th for the vendor setup. And then collectible show, all guests is open at 9 a.m. to 6 o'clock p.m. I may try and make it at 9 a.m. just so I could, see it open. But anyway, that's kind of a little early. And I also live half an hour north of actually where this is. So that's just a little bit of a drive to get downtown. But anyway, then Saturday, June 27th, the vendor setup, same thing, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. And then the collectible show, all guests, is only for 4 hours, 9 a.m. to 3 o'clock p.m. And then the banquet dinner program, which you can see right here, hosted in the Grand Ballroom. Tickets are required. Those booked for the $150 option or purchased a banquet ticket separately will have access to a night full of aviation history and laughter. Plus, there's food and drinks. Like, why not? And this runs for a while, like 6:30 p.m. to 10:15 p.m. I mean, I am a late bird, but that's kind of a little far. And that's practically it for the schedule. I don't know. But overall, I'm very looking forward to this. I know a bunch of people are going to Aviation Expo, but if you're in the Denver area, I'd recommend hitting this up. It's an opportunity you probably won't regret. Okay, then we have the registration options for you guys. This is very important. So I recommend you guys pause here and then read all these options. So here's the first one, registrant options. 3-day registration includes 3-day entrance, early admittance to the trading hall on Thursday, welcome party admission, eligibility for tours and contests, show goodie bag, and other show souvenirs. Then with the $150 option, which is 3-day registration and banquet. So it's basically all the benefits of 3-day registration plus our Saturday night banquet. And then we have the early buyer registration, which is $90. Early admittance during vendor setup for buying, selling before show hours. This option must be requested by vendor table holder. And then welcome party only Thursday, June 25th to 26th, which is $30. Perfect for bringing guests. So basically, if I were to bring someone, I believe they just have to purchase this. I mean, $30 is not too bad-ish. Anyway, then banquet only, which is Saturday, June 27th. Registration, it is not required. And then it's almost $100 for that, though. So just careful about that. Then we have, this one's a pretty long one, general admission. And then basically, so daily walk-in admission will be available during general admission hours. Not eligibility for any tours, contests, or show events. Fare $10 per person per day. Aviators age 12 and under are free with an adult. Tickets may be purchased at the show. No advance registration is needed. And then general admission Thursday 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., Friday 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Saturday 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. That's basically just for like the vendor halls. And then here basically the vendor table. So all table holders must be registered. Attendees of Airliners International 2026 Denver, $75, $150 option. Then we have the island table, which is the island table and trading hall. I don't want drape with one chair. It's 6 feet by 30 inches, or 6 feet by 36 inches for $79. Then a wall table in the trading hall, 6 feet by 30 inches. It's basically the same dimension, except it's just $10 more. Then vendor helper. Table helpers are free, but you're limited to one helper per table with no helper buying or selling allowed during Thursday setup. Not eligible for a tour contest or show goodie bags. All right. I believe I basically said that. I think we already go over vendor information? Yes, we did. Okay. So now we're going over onto the hotel information. As you heard already, some of the rooms are sold out. I may have a friend that's coming to stay with me. You guys, on YouTube, if you follow him, his name is, I believe, Plains RDU. His name's actually, Julian. He's so nice. He may come here, so you guys, if he does, you'll guys see him partying with me. Then we have hotel information. There's basically some general information like the address, Doubletree by Hilton Hotel, Denver, Colorado. And then there's the phone number for that. And then, here's basically the information. Our special show rates available from June 22nd to June 30th. Then 189 single or double occupancies, plus applicable tax and fees. Our room rate also includes free overnight parking for all hotel guests. Definitely a little bit pricey. So if you have friends in the Denver area, I'd recommend staying with them. Okay, so now we'll go on to transportation. So our shuttles. Transportation between the hotel and the airport will be free and available for registrants as part of the registration fee. When registering, you are able to select your shuttle time slot to get from the airport to the hotel, as well as the time slot to get you to the airport from the hotel. Alright, here's basically the rest of it. So, the schedule, will be posted below with the amount of total slots available. See the registration page for updated availability. While you have enough spots for everyone, please note that each specific slot will fill up, and it's encouraged for you to reserve yours ASAP. In addition, we'll be looking into organizing formal spotting sessions with shuttle service, so stay tuned. If you wish to change your slot, you're able to do so until registration closes on June 20th. And then basically, here's some other options for you guys. So, looking for other ways to communicate. Definitely RTD Denver. Want to explore a city but don't have a car. Can make it onto one of our shuttles. You're covered with Denver's efficient and reliable flight rail. And bus service. RTD Denver has multiple options for getting around, including routes from the airport to just down the street from the hotel. Below, you can find more information. Discount fares available below. Standard pricing. Discount fares apply to seniors 65 plus, individuals, disabilities, Medicare recipients. I don't know how to say that. Customers enrolled and live. LIVE. All discount fares and monthly passes include travel to and from the airport fare zone. And free fares. Youth 19 and below and active duty members of the U.S. military currently ride for free on all RTD services. And then basically here's they do run trains to and from the big station in Denver, which is Union Station. But then there are a few other stops, I believe, on the way that are close enough-ish. Here, I'll basically just show these for a sec. You guys can pause here. So here's the first one. Here's the second one. Then here is the third one. There you guys go. Wait, actually, yeah, there you guys go. And then, here you guys, this is, okay, we're gonna have to zoom out way further. Okay, and then, important note, the routes do not drop off directly, into the hotel. However, they are across the street from them and in a very, walkable area. Okay, so there you guys go. Again, pause if you want to just read those. But yeah. Okay, so that's basically the transportation. Now on to some of the really good stuff. Tours. The tours are always one of the most anticipated events that Airliners International has to offer. We have worked and continue to work hard to get you the most tours possible. Tour fees are used to offset transportation and overhead costs. Fees may vary depending on transportation costs and entry fees for places like museums. So it's best to bring money for those. All tour bookings subject to possible cancellations or changes if airport/airline security concerns change significantly by showtime or if minimum tour booking participants are not met. And then basically here, note all tour attendees must be registered for Airlines International 2026, either a $74 or $150 option. If you're not registered or attend just on our daily admission, you will not be able to go on tours. We highly recommend registering. It is worth it. And with the selection of these tours, I can 100% confirm that these tours look very, very great. We'll go over them all in a sec. But then here, your tours are not able to be booked yet. However, we finalize the details with our last tour spots. Now, email to all registrants will be sent out soon. And then tour schedule here, you guys. Go there. Go. There's the tour schedule right here. Again, pause to read. Okay, there you guys go. All right, so now our lineup. And yes, so we'll start off here with the United Training Facility, or UATC, located just across from the DoubleTree. The training facility will be host to 3 tours total. Attendees will get to tour the buildings, learn about how United trains their pilots, might have the chance to be inside a simulator. Very interesting. And then we have United Airlines Ramp Tower and SOC at Denver International Airport. Located at Denver International Airport, the Ramp Tower and SOC will be host to multiple tours throughout the event. Attendees will get to tour the SOC, learn about how United works with air traffic control to control planes on the ramp, and get some amazing views from atop the airport. From atop the airport. Okay, I guess we'll do this one. So this is the Wings Over the Rockies Air and Space Museum. So the Wings Museum is a great place for enthusiasts to include in the rich history of aviation. Museum is host to many different kinds of aircraft, motion simulators, exhibitions, and more. Just a quick shuttle from the show floor. We look forward to bringing show attendees to this amazing place. I believe, just look up, this place as well. This is one of the things that you can, look up as well. And then there'll be another, one coming soon. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, then we have Denver ARTCC parentheses ZDV. Located on the north side of Denver, attendees will get 2 hours of air traffic control excitement. You'll get to experience a presentation on air traffic, interactive set scenarios in their instructional lab, and most importantly, tour the control floor as controllers control airplanes. Then we have the National Museum of World War II Aviation. Heads up, this is located in Colorado Springs, which from like the area where be staying at is about 2-hour drive. So I just want to give you guys a heads up about that. I mean, I hear it's worth it. But at the same time, there's some Wings Over the Rockies. It's basically just what you guys depend. But anyway, National Museum World War II Aviation parentheses WWII is a historical place for attendees to enjoy and learn about what aviation was like over 80 years ago. The museum has many old World War II era aircraft as well as vehicles, a flight simulator, and more. Plus, Westpac Restorations is just across the street, specializing in restoring old aircraft. Plus, after you visit, you'll be eating at the airplane restaurant. I'll show you guys what that is after this. And then we have Southwest Airlines Tech Ops, which is very cool, in parentheses, but not full parentheses S. And then there's Colorado One, which I believe is the new 737-800. And then this is actually relatively new. Opened in 2022. The technical operations complex includes a large aircraft maintenance hangar along with maintenance shops, training areas, warehouse space, and offices that support Southwest's Denver-based technical operations team. Visitors will learn how overnight maintenance is performed to ensure aircraft safely and reliable, and gain insight on the critical work that keeps Southwest Denver operations running smoothly. And then more, so stay tuned. We'll have more on the way. And then basically here's just like some more frequent, please. And then basically here's like some way more questions. So here's like pause here to read these. Okay, so there you guys go. Again, feel free to pause and read about those. And then basically, here's some other stuff. Again, please reach us at registration at airlinesinternational.org if you cannot find an answer to your question. Okay, so yeah, very excited for all those tours and stuff, and we're not even done. We have tons of stuff to still look over. So let's just start. So we'll start off with the welcome party at the Flagler Tower. I haven't actually seen a bunch of stuff. This is my first time like reading this. So yeah, the Flagco Tower. What is the welcome party? The welcome party is an event that occurs after the first day of selling every year at Airliners International. It is a great time to get together with fellow friends and relax with a couple of drinks. For kids, it's also time to get to know other young ones that are at the show and start making those lifelong friendships. That happened to me last year at Airliners when I met Connor, Anderson, JJ, Henry, and just so many others. It's very great to know they have my back. Anyway, then welcome party 2026. This year we are proud to host our welcome party at Flagco Tower, 3120 Utah Street, Denver, Colorado, and that's basically the address. This place is a restaurant, bar, arcade, and gaming spot all in one. It features axe throwing, mini golf, bowling, and more. Plus, the second floor is part of the original building from the Stapleton Tower. And yes, that is a recreation of the Stapleton Tower up top. There you guys go. And then here's the inside of it. I love the artwork on this. So it's like United 727 and then just a blank 727 which looks like Eastern. Then basically here. So why should I go? Well, it's included in your registration cost. So free food is always to be enjoyed. Our reserved floor 2 will have a full bar pictured left, patio, and tons of seating and space to socialize. You may also go to the other floors to enjoy arcade games, bowling, mini golf, and more. If free wasn't enough, we will have drink vouchers. Each person of age will receive one drink voucher to be used on one free drink. So basically, I guess that's like soda, lemonade, I don't know, stuff like that. There's the photo of it. I've been here a few times in the past. It's very nice. I've actually also been up to the top of the tower, a few times. Not all those times during this. I think I've been here maybe 4 or 5 times, and I've been up to the tower twice. On the top, when it's not closed off. Because it was closed off for repairs, and then basically, it's just opened up. But anyway, then last we have Stapleton Tower tours. That's right, Flagco is offering to give us tours up into the tower. There are multiple floors, each with their own time period of history and stories. The tour guide is from the area and rich with stories and history about Stapleton and Denver. If you want to go on a tour, stay tuned for more details. We will be sending information soon. And then basically, there it is. Very nice. Oh wait, there's more. Oh wait, there's more stuff down here. I guess we'll have to look that out in a sec. Okay, what's next? Banquet dinner. There's not much information here. Saturday, June 27th, guest speaker information will be available in spring 2026. It has been spring since December out here in Colorado anyway. Okay, seminars. And then let's see. Airliners International 2026 in Denver. Seminar schedule will be published in spring 2026. All aviators are invited to attend the seminars at no charge. Okay, detailed seminar information coming soon. Did that do anything? No, that didn't do anything. Okay. Maybe is the rest of this stuff just bland? Okay. This one is not bland. This one is actually interesting. This is the contest information, which I actually might do. Comment if this video gets we'll say this video gets let's aim for like 30 likes in a week, and if that happens, I'll do this so that way you guys can see me there. Anyway, all show attendees are welcome to view the contest entries and vote for your favorite photograph, slide, or model display. However, you are required to be a registered attendee in order to submit any entries. And then, basically, here are postcards, labels, and memorabilia displays. We are welcome all collectors of airline and airport postcards, labels, and other commercial aviation memorabilia who register for Airliners International 2026 Denver to submit displays to highlight this fascinating aspect of our airline enthusiast hobby. Then basically here's just some other stuff. I guess we'll just go over this one. Phew. You know what? Actually, I want to show you guys all this. No offense. So I'm just gonna link the whole Airlines International thing in the description below, so you guys can click on these and read them for yourself. I'm not trying to be me. I'm just trying to say I don't want to read a whole lot more. Anyway, model contest. We welcome all aircraft model builders to register for Airliners International 2026 Denver to submit entries to highlight the fascinating aspect of our airline enthusiast hobby. Then we have the photography and slide contest. We welcome all aviation photographers who registered for Airlines 2026 Denver to submit entries to highlight the fascinating aspect of our airline enthusiast hobby. Okay, there you guys go. Okay, let's see. Scrolling up here. Oh wait, I think let's see. So was that slideshow, our story, and Airlines International memories? Oh wait, that's all down here. Okay, so let's go to slideshow. All right. And then basically it's the Friday night slideshow in Airlines 2026. No, it's not AI 2026 in Denver, although AI is basically just a thing now. Anyway, so this is coming soon, Friday, June 26th. It's the time's basically to be determined right now. The Doubletree by Hilton Hotel, Denver. Everyone's welcome to attend this event at no charge. Please check the Doubletree Hotel meeting board for room location. And then basically coming soon, like nothing else. Alright, so our story. And then I'll link this again so you guys can see this. See if I can find anyone in this photo actually. I don't believe I see anyone I recognize. I mean, I've seen this photo. Well, photos like this before. Maybe because this is Dallas 2023. Again, I was hoping I could go to the show. Didn't Kansas City, didn't Atlanta did. I'm just gonna try and rank up collectible shows because I fear they're so cool. But yeah, anyway. So 50 years and flying high. Want to see our history? View below. Again, it's like a whole page, so you guys can read this, but this basically just detailing every single airline show they had. Includes some really interesting things like Alexandria, Virginia Stouffer's National Care thing, and was that 83, and then it was in Denver in 88 at the Claren Airport Hotel near Stapleton. So that's cool. See if there were. It was in Atlanta before in 94. Yeah, and then also Hartford, which I find really interesting. But yeah, there you guys can read that on your own time. And then basically, yes, the main part, the World Airline Historical Society. Then preserving the history of the world's airlines, and this where you can find them capital WAH and then capital S and then online.com. And then basically, welcome to WHS, World Airline Historical Society is the key to the success of this show. Without their assistance, we would not be here. And then if you want to learn more or become a member, click the button below. And again, that'll show you where it is. And then we have Airliners International memories. Alright. So this is in Atlanta, 2026. I love to see these photos. So how cool is this? Basically, you can see this. And then there's over 260 vendor tables with treasures. And then there's something for anyone or everyone there. Then we had Spirit of Delta 77 and L1011 TriStar. The TriStar is that's the 767. That's the nose, or yeah, I guess front part of the L1011. And then there's future ATL ground support staff. And then basically, here's some airliners of 2024. You could see CM Aviation, or no, that's Connor. You can see him here. JJ actually captured this on video. I'll put a link to maybe that in the description. But here, like the photos. Can you actually click on these? Oh, that basically just takes you back up top. Okay. So basically, there you go. Time to open the doors. But yeah, that was basically like Connor giving that speech. Again, I'll just probably put the link to that video. And then basically, let the deals be found. Again, that's Connor talking to Chris Slimmer. Basically, got some more vendors here. Then the TWA Museum. And then the large PSA 727 model. Along with that, at Airliners this year, well, in Atlanta, it was a TWA 747-100. And then Young Aviators. This show, from what I heard Chris Summer said, it was basically just bringing more about the younger generation, which is basically I'm part of. And even some of the guys are, we're all part of this together. And then basically the postcard entry, more diecast models, and then the TWA Museum again. And then basically here's some videos of Airliners International 2024. I don't know why they don't have any for 2025 yet. This one is from Connor. There you guys go.
Have you ever wondered what an aviation convention is like? Have you ever imagined what it's like to see thousands of model airplanes, aviation memorabilia, and like-minded enthusiasts? Have you ever wanted to?
That's Mark, by the way. All right. Let me see if I could find it. See those.
Planes, aviation memorabilia, and like-minded.
Yeah, that's Mark right there, and that's Anderson. Better known as Gemini Jets, I believe 1975, and Syracuse Aviation. And then basically here's some others. So this is JJ, his full experience Airlines 2024, and the Day Zero vlog. Then we have my boy Ed, or Poke Aviation, with Airlines 2024 full experience video. Then we have Jet Spots with his video on Airlines 2024. And then we have Jazz Cup Joey with the greatest aviation convention in Kansas City. And then this is basically Dallas, I believe. Oh, sweet. Yo, you can, like, scroll. Okay. So here's another one of Dallas. Okay, then we have the massive DC-8. And then we have another one. This is someone I showed you earlier. More postcards. Amazing. Alright. And then we have, I believe this was the banquet dinner, maybe. Then going to 2024, we have the TWA Museum, Aviation Weather Center. Then you have Connor, being Connor. Yeah. Giant PSA 727. What's great is that all the schools for yourself. Then we have one of the other photos seen earlier. There you guys go. I actually don't know. Then you can see there's Chris Limmer, and then some more photos of aviation models. There's Connor and Chris again, and then there's no Phillips. You can actually see in the orange shirt. Then we also have lots more postcards. Then you have the Spirit of Delta 762 alongside all those vendor tables down below. More vendor tables down below along with the 762 Spirit of Delta. Underneath the Spirit of Delta 762. And then there's another photo of basically just 762 and TriStar. And then basically, there's the crew, I guess, Airlines 2026. And then, yes, we already saw that one. All right, we're going way back now. This is 22 in Chicago. Look at all these. Man, I'll just let this play for a little more. But yeah, wow. I had no idea it was actually like this big in Chicago then. But I love to see it expand and still starting to reach new heights. Did we just come full circle? Yes, we came full circle. Okay. But yeah, other than that, is that basically all I have to say? Yes, that's all I have to say. So wow, that was way longer than I expected. But I really appreciate you guys just like sticking around to watch this full video about airliners in Denver. Again, if you're planning to attend, it's June 24th through 27th at the Hilton Hotel Denver. You saw the address and a few of those. But again, feel free to pause and read anything about this.
But anyway, I'd like to say thank you very much all for watching this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.